Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to Say It Now, Say It Loud, where I give my feedback and commentary to the latest news and entertainment from a positive point of view. If this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you can get those notifications, and let's get it cracking. All right, guys. So today we are doing a little reaction video to royalty. Of course, I'm pretty sure everyone by now has heard about the cheating scandal with CJ So Cool and this young lady right here. And I did a video previously, talking about the situation. But this video, I'm going to do like a little reaction. You'll hear my commentary throughout certain parts that I want to address in Royalty's video. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And, I'm just going to kind of drop some gems. Maybe it can inspire or motivate some women out there or even men who are in the same situation. Because as I say in all my videos, men cheat, women cheat. So stay tuned. And remember, this video is in no way, shape, or form like an attack on royalty or anyone, because at the end of the day, we've all go through or have been through ups and downs with previous relationships. Some of you are going through things with your current relationships. So, this is just to kind of like educate and also, put some positivity out there into the air instead of just focusing on the negativity of the situation. But like I said, some people can gain something from this. Royalty is a very beautiful young lady. She seems to be, a great mother, and just overall, it's a hurtful situation, regardless of what she says or, how she says she's feeling about the situation. It's a hurtful situation, and you can tell she's hurt. So stay tuned.
Not saying that I knew the drama was coming, or I knew these T pages and all these other things was gonna come out and say all this other stuff, because I been knew about this. I knew about this for a while. So it's just a matter of time until you guys found out what was really going on. So like I said, I'm not here to justify anything, because wrong is wrong, and what is done in the dark is eventually always gonna come to light. No matter what it is, no matter if you're stealing from your job, no matter if you cheating on your wife, your husband, no matter what it is, if Most High sees that it's wrong, it's gonna always come to light, because you doing it in the dark, and you shouldn't be hiding or doing anything that you're not supposed to be doing. So like I said, nobody can't tell me about somebody that I've been with for 6 going on 7 years. He didn't just wake up one day saying, oh, I'm just gonna cheat.
All right, so she started off, talking about how, the vlogs and T channels and people talking about the situation, such as myself. And, she also mentioned that, everything that happens in the dark does come to the light. And that's very true. I mean, of course, there's some people who believe in God. There's some people who don't believe in God. But honestly, there is a God, and he sees everything. He sees our actions. He knows what we're thinking. He knows our hearts. And yes, when you try to sneak and do things, that you're not supposed to be doing behind someone's back, it definitely will come to the light. It may not be immediately, but it will find its way to, reveal itself. So that is very true. Also, she mentioned saying how she knew this already, like previously, before everyone else. But, I don't even think that's important, because at the end of the day, of course, yes, you knew it before everyone else. However, everyone else is just finding out. And I don't think people are, so much upset, but I think they're feeling your pain. I think they're upset for you on your behalf. And, I don't think they're just like upset or saying negative things or just want to be vindictive towards CJ. But I think some people can identify with your pain, and they're very passionate when it comes down to those things, because they have been through the same situations. So it's not always about, oh, let's point the finger at this person, let's cancel this person. I think people are just human and they feel where you're coming from. So yeah, that's what it is. So definitely, like I said, what's done in the dark will come to the light.
Nobody cannot tell me about a man that I've been with for 6 going on 7 years. Not once did you hear me say, or did you ever hear CJ say that we are the perfect couple, we are in a perfect relationship, we don't have no problems, we do not fight, we do not argue, we do not do anything. Just because we don't publicize it doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Yes, again, I agree with her here. You know, people on social media and like YouTube couples, people automatically think that they are, you know, this perfect couple. There's no such thing as a perfect couple. However, she did mention saying, you know, nobody can tell me about a person that I've been with for 6 years, 7 years. Honestly, you know, that's not the case, because in this situation, you know, at some point you didn't know. You may have had some type of, you know, you were skeptical about him cheating, but you didn't know. So the lady, the person, you know, bringing forth the information to you, whether it's before it hit the public or not, you know, you didn't know. So she was able to tell you something about your man, this person that's supposed to be dedicated to you, and, you know, you're carrying his children. So, you know, you just gotta be more realistic about the situation. I understand, yes, you know, you want to defend, even though you're saying you're not defending him, but in a way you still are justifying and defending, you know, his actions. Just because you already knew about it doesn't make it right. Just because you already had intuitions, it doesn't make it right. Just because you've been through it before, it definitely doesn't make it right. If anything, that should be, you know, the sign to say, you know what, enough is enough. But like I said, everyone moves on in their own timing. But, you know, stay tuned.
But like I said, when you're doing stuff in the dark, it'll eventually come to light. Sometimes people need stuff to happen to them to humble them down, to make them realize, like, dang, you do got something good in your life. Why you keep messing up for?
This is very true. I do believe that, you know, sometimes money and fame and just being popular can get to some people's, you know, their head, and they become a different person. Slowly but surely, they become a different person. And sometimes they don't even realize that they've changed, you know. But there's one thing I want to address. It's okay to, you know, have a little sympathy for someone who may have got a little out of hand. But when the situation is, you know, habitual and it continues to happen over and over and over again, at some point you have to pump the brakes and say, you know what? Maybe this situation is not right. Something's not right. Something that's going on is not right. Because a person that truly and genuinely loves you, you know, they're not going to hurt you. They're not going to do things that will put your life in danger, like sleeping with someone else and then coming back home to you. And like I said earlier, this is not an attack on royalty. This is just some reality. I think people have to step away from the, you know, oh, don't say that, or, you know, don't attack her. It's not an attack. It's just keeping it real. And I believe that a lot of people can relate to this situation. A lot of people will understand what I'm saying. When it's habitual, when it's over and over and over again, at some point you have to point the finger and say, hold on a second. My sanity, my dignity, my morals, my values, my integrity, everything about myself, my worth is so much more than having to keep living this horrible moment over and over and over again, especially in the public's eye. So love doesn't hurt. it doesn't hurt. It's not real love. It may be infatuation. It may be, holding on to the fact that we've created this empire and, I don't know how to move on. I don't want people to say this or that. Whatever the case may be, you have to put yourself first at some point. A person can apologize over and over again, but at some point, you're going to have to start looking at yourself and blaming yourself for staying in that situation.
Like I said, I'm not here to justify. I'm only here to clarify some things. So, at the end of the day, I don't understand why everybody's so mad when I should be the one that's mad. Because it happened to me.
Again, I'm going to say it again. I don't think people are, actually mad. You may have a few, of course, the younger people that watch you guys who may be upset because, they're looking at you guys as figures, role models. That's their mentality. They're children, so they don't understand, what goes on behind the scenes. They're only going off of what they see on the surface. So, they may be mad, but there are people who are genuinely, and I've read some comments, there are people who are genuinely, just angry, or they are just not even angry, but just more passionate about your situation. They feel for you. So it may come off as them being mad. I mean, they're entitled to how they feel the same way you're entitled to how you feel, so if anything, you should be happy that people are able to identify with you, the situation, and they're able to feel for you because, of course, it's embarrassing. It's a hurtful situation. There's no way around it. It's a horrible situation. So I think that's where it's coming from. More so the passion and people wanting to wring, CJ's neck, not in a physical way, but in just the way of saying, you know what, you got a woman here who loves you. You guys are supposed to be building an empire together and have built something together, and you have children on the way. So of course a woman's going to feel that.
At the end of the day, point me in a direction or tell me where there's a man out there that doesn't cheat, because I'll wait, or lie. I'll wait.
When people bring up that, whole little spiel that she just did at the end, that's a way of just kind of not just justifying the situation, but also it's a way of saying, you know what, everyone does it. It's like a cop-out. Everyone does it. I'm going to go ahead and just stick with it, I'm going to stick with this person because everyone else does it. No, that's not how it's supposed to be, royalty. To answer your question, yes, there are plenty of men out there who don't cheat. I have one. And that's not to brag, but that's to say that when women and men, because of course there's plenty of women out there that don't cheat either. Just because you've been through a situation with someone who has cheated on you. I've been in previous relationships where I've been cheated on. And look at me now. Once you decide and you say to yourself, I deserve better. I deserve better. You'll be able to, take the veil off of your eyes. You'll be able to see through a new set of eyes. It's like putting on glasses. Everything's blurry. And then you put on this pair of glasses and you're able to see clearly. It may not be 100% clearly, but it'll be better once you start realizing your worth. Because, like I said, a man who truly loves his partner, a man who truly, wants to be with someone, they're not going to continuously hurt them over and over and over again. They're going to find a way to seek help, whatever it is. But then again, you have to say to yourself, is this person in need of help, or is this person doing something that they truly, genuinely just want to do? That could just be their nature. You just have some people who are cheaters, man, woman, It don't matter. They're cheaters, and they enjoy doing it. And the reason why they enjoy doing it, because they're not as in, they're not in love with you. When you're in love with someone, you're going to do your best to protect their heart. You're going to do your best to make sure their well-being, everything about them is okay. It's not going to be perfect, but you will be able to see it because you're with that person. The same way that I'm able to sit here and say, you know what, my husband has never cheated. The same way my husband can vouch for me and say, you know what, my wife has never cheated. Why? Because you know. But if you can't sit there and genuinely say that, or you can't, look at the situation and say, you know what, I see longevity in this relationship. I see us being together because I know this person genuinely loves me. If you can't say that, it's time to step back and just observe and do a self-observation and say, you know what, is this healthy for me? Is this healthy for my children? Because eventually, when you live your life in the spotlight, and yes, YouTubers, they're very similar to celebrities. They're public figures, and a lot of people, I mean, some of them have more followers than the A-list celebrities. So you have millions of people watching you, and and a lot of these YouTubers have children, and a lot of their children, I mean, they use the internet. It's nothing just to type in your name and see what's going on. Children aren't dumb. Children are very smart. So you, especially having daughters, you want to set an example. You want to show them that you be strong in these type of situations. You don't settle for anything regardless of what's involved. Money, whatever. I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm just saying, you don't want to give off those vibes. So I just wanted to make this video. I mean, hopefully it can help somebody. Like I said, man or woman, because men cheat, women cheat. But I am 100% sure there are plenty of men and women out there who don't cheat. So drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Say It Now, Say It Loud. Follow me on Twitter at Say It Now, Say It. I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.